Hey bikers, thanks for tuning in to Bikerman. Today doing a little exploring, seeing if the trails have dried out at all. Stick around to see if we find anything cool. So you can see here off to the right, we've had a good amount of rain over the last 30 days or so. It's been a wet spring and really it feels like summer has started, but we've still got a lot of the water hanging around and the storms rolling through periodically. But we did have about 7 days of temps in the, I don't know, mid to high 90s. And so a lot of the exposed dirt areas around my house, I could tell, had dried out nicely. So I thought, what the heck, let's head out. Let's go check out some of these Jeep trails that I've ridden earlier in the year and see if they're dried out. See if I can get a couple miles of dirt in after the pedal over there. So I fought the urge to just sit around and hang out on the couch. Got on the bike, got outside, and had a nice little morning ride. As you can see, it was nice and cloudy. It wasn't another one of those 90-degree days. But we had some storms coming in this night, so I knew that this might be my only chance to hit those trails if they were indeed dry. So kind of motivated me to get up, get riding. It's been a really herky-jerky kind of last few weeks with the weather. Hot, rainy, wet, dry, windy, wet, hot. Look at those big old Texas Longhorns. They were out munching some grass, enjoying the growth. So the trail that I had wanted to ride is off to the right-hand side here in these woods. I'm not sure if you can see it in this footage or not. We'll have to see here, but regardless of whether I actually was able to catch the turnoff, the woods are completely flooded. It's like a swamp area. The crazy thing about the weather here is that we'll get a crazy amount of rain within a small amount of time. And so when these areas in the woods that don't get a lot of direct sunlight, when they get water on them, they'll sit forever. And I just so happen to be reading a book about the rainforest and the Amazon right now. And it reminded me a little bit of that. Obviously, this is like on a fraction of the craziness of the Amazon, but once I get off onto the trail here, I go explore a different area. The mosquitoes were unreal. The swampiness was unreal. It just felt like it really captured the book that I'm reading. For those of you who like reading, it's called The Lost City of Z. Really cool adventure book. I'm about halfway done with it. It was great. Anyway, back to the ride. So since that first Jeep trail wasn't passable, I couldn't even have gotten 15 feet, 20 feet into the woods, I came to the other side of the river here. And this trail was dry. It didn't go very far, but I got some really cool views of the river. And the dam that's further up the river is open right now, so there's a nice flow. There was fish everywhere hitting the top of the water. It was just like a really nice little sort of spring, summer day. Nobody is out, surprisingly. Nobody was out fishing or walking. You can see that blue heron flying away right there. And there's fish hitting the water right there. So anyway, so a cool little spot, and I'd never come this way before. So it was awesome. I love getting out and just like trying something either new or just exploring something that I haven't explored before. Once again, in the spirit of that book that I'm reading, which is all about basically crazy dudes going into the Amazon looking for, lost cities and coming to, basically terrible ends. But anyway, I'm not that crazy, but in the spirit of exploration, I do like seeing stuff I haven't seen before, and getting there on a bike or getting there on a hike or getting there on a walk or a run or whatever is, such a cool way of doing it. So basically the trails weren't open, they weren't dry, but I still was able to get out and see some cool stuff on this day, which was nice. You can see off to the right here, this is an overflow from the river that is on the left hand side. So the river has, basically gone above its banks and flooded this field over here. That's the kind of rain that we can get in a very short amount of time. This is actually probably the spot that the river came up and flooded that field through. You can still see it's still pretty high. Off to the right here, normally you can, where those first posts are on the bridge, normally you can walk there. And I've walked right where those posts are before and cast into the river to fish. So it is still very high. I think I mentioned it already, but the night of this ride, we did end up getting rain, which was last night now. And we got almost 2 inches of rain, so you won't be seeing me probably on any trails anytime soon. They're all wet. But I've got a couple of paved trail rides planned, so hopefully I can get those in the next couple of days. Get at least get some videos out. And then I've also got a couple other videos planned that aren't actual like ride-alongs like this one was. So what have you guys been up to? Are you guys able to get out right now? Riding your trails? Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you out there.